Hold on, stream. Something's going on. Okay. Hello, stream. I am back. So we're gonna play the root trees are dead again. Just to let you know, this is on where I found this was on itch.io, and you should really support the game. I love the game. It's fun. I'm starting to play it, so yeah. Let's go. Let's continue. Oh, so okay. I didn't see this. I wasn't paying attention very well yesterday. So apparently, before you receive new evidence, you receive, you have to get 9. It's kind of like the other game we played. What is it? The music one, Family. Or it's like if you get 5, like once you get 5, it will tell you, okay, yeah, you got 5 correct, and then you continue. So you know, they have children, 5 children, one of them's a girl. We know one of them is Elias Junior Root Tree, but it doesn't go there. I'm just putting it there. So will we find anything on Elias Root Tree Jr.? Oh, I didn't read this yesterday. Jesus. My notes. See, now this is a problem. It says that she's a fashion designer, but there's no such thing as a fashion designer on the list. Carl Rutri is the dad. He's the president, but also the co-founder of the company Root. So we'll get back to this in a minute. Where are those 3 little twerps? Okay, they're there. Where's the B? What's her name? Brenda. Their mom, Brenda. Brenda White. Let's look at Brenda White. I have written this down, right? Clarence dress, so we can look this up later. No relative results. Yeah, because she's not a relative, so the important ones are the relatives. They're not non-blood relative. So Brenda White became Brenda Rootree. He is the president, not the first, but wouldn't it be generations president? Unknown. Maybe I need to do capital. Maybe because I'm stupid. Or maybe because I spelled it wrong. Oh, that's her name. Brenda White Original. So that's her name. I was just an idiot. Because I forget that people can have white as the back of her name. That's their last name. Car Rootree. Doesn't give me a picture of anything. Perfect. Car Rootree was voted Watchman of the Year in 1987 for his work with the root. The cover and the summary has been added to your evidence. Oh, there he is. Car Rootree was voted Watchman of the Year in 1978. A photo appears of the cover. Okay, hang on. That's Carl Rootree. Now we just need to find out his job. See, I think if we start from here and work our way up, that would be helpful. What are these? These like babies? Oh, I think they are. Does that mean she had a child? Oh my god, I think she might have had a child. Because I know in some marriages, they marry someone who had like a single person, like a single mother or something, and they might bring in children into the family. So, Carl Rootree, anyways, let's continue. Ah! So, Carl Roottree was voted Watchman of the Year in 1987. And, oh, by the way, just to mention, sorry, sidetracked. I am going to be leaving it a few because I have to go to class at like 3. And, shit, my iPad. No! And my mouse. There it goes. Okay. Give me 1 second, stream. I just a disaster. Let me charge my Apple Pen while I'm at it. Camping drained my battery so badly I gotta charge everything again. What percentage is my phone at? No, we're good. Anyways, so I only have a few hours and then I'll probably come back later to do it. Forgot to gotta grab the mouse. No! Get back over here. Get over here. So, Richie of 1987. And the photo of him appears on a cover. According to the cover, Business watches the magazine for and about corporate leaders. And has an ongoing cover page of who's in the corporate world. Carl was chosen not for his work at Roottrees Candy Company, candy, but rather clothing company Root. So it wasn't that he was okay. There is a brief history. Before they married, Carl's wife Brenda. There's a brief history. Before they married, Carl's wife Brenda was fashion consultant. Renee was born. Brenda retired and became a stay-at-home mother. So she was. And then became a stay-at-home mom. Clear copy. So her name's not Brenda Roottree. Her name is Brenda White. So I'll put Brenda Roottree. She's not a fashion designer. before they married Carl, she married Carl, root tree Brenda was I don't know if I'm typing correctly, don't judge me, grammar people. Brenda was a fashion consultant. When Renee was born, Brenda retired and became a stay-at-home mother. Brenda was a fashion consultant. When Renee was born, Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother. Riley, we're gonna have to find out more about Riley. Riley's just the smart one. Brenda Roottree. Their mom, Brenda Roottree, also known sorry. Brain got distracted, because when normally before I stream I shower, and I'm just realizing my ADHD brain forgot to put on deodorant. Give me a second, stream. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. it be a comma? Yeah, comma. Also known as Miranda White before she... Their mom, Brenda Roottrees, also known as Brenda White. Before she married Carl Roottrees, Brenda was a fashion consultant when Rhea was born. Yeah, that sounds good. Good enough. So, just exit out of this for a moment. Doesn't matter what she does. To be a stay-at-home mom, looking for a creative outlet. She spent her free time. She spent any free time she had in sewing machine. At the sewing machine, Rhea's new clothes were a hit with other parents, including Carl's cousin, Jim Roottrees. What are cousins? I forget. Cousins are like your aunt's children. My aunts or uncles, sorry. I always go to aunt because I think of my aunt. Oh, and his second cousin. Okay. And what are second cousins? Are they like your cousin's children? I think so. Second cousin is sometimes referred to as a distant cousin. People share the same great-grandparents, but not the same grandparent. Cousins. People share the same grandparents, but not the same parent. Why would you tell me it like this? I always refer to them as the way my brain understands it is that when either your aunt or an uncle has, for like a cousin, an aunt or an uncle has a child, that's your cousin. So then if your cousin has a child, then that's your second cousin, I believe. And then if that cousin, your second cousin has a child, I think that's like your third cousin. Wouldn't that make sense? Like, yeah. Yes, I know how to copy and paste. Backspace. Don't need this. Okay, then I guess we're staying. So he closed with other parents, including cousin Bill. Carl's cousin Jim Roottrees, a notable singer who's had a young daughter around the same age as Raya. Spread the word. Okay, so this is not information yet, but this is... That's important. By 1982, Brenda's patterns were copied by other brands. Seeing the demand, Carl and his second cousin, Ernie Jr. Okay. That's more information. By Ernie Jr., who had just become president of the Roottrees at the time. Spearheaded Root. Spearheaded Root. Sorry, I just realized that yesterday my brain, I'm sorry, I'm zoning out because yesterday my brain just realized that one of my streams got copyrighted. I don't know why, but it's the Jeff the Killer one, Fear Me. And I'm like, shit, I need to fix that. And my brain almost went, let's go do it now. And I'm like, no, we're streaming right now. We can't do that. And I'm like, we'll do it later. But, I don't know why. I guess it was the music or something stupid. And I don't know. I try my best at streaming. If I get copyrighted, oh well. You live and you learn. But anyways, I'm gonna go fix that, see what I can do. If I can, I'll probably just take it down. But anyways, let's continue with this. Sorry again, brain got confused. Kerfuzzled. What is it? So, Ernie Jr., who had become president of the Roottrees at the time, spearheaded Root. The other blood relatives who have a say in the company finances refused to fund anything other than candy, so Carl personally spent his entire inheritance to bankroll the clothing company. Oh. When the profits began to appear, however, the rest of the family changed their tune. They repaid his investment, and now Root exists under the umbrella of the candy company, and they all benefit. Per tradition, or perhaps superstition, new clothes always distributed. The way debuted. Hang on. Brain is being stupid, but I must know how to say that correctly, because it depends. If you're reading that, it really does matter. Debuted? Is it debuted? To me, that's important. I must learn. This is the best way I learn, by reading. Pronunciation. Debuted. So yeah. Debuted. Always debuted the way the first ones did. Renee became their colleague's cover model. As she grew, the product line expanded to older kids as well. Her younger sisters were recruited to show off the baby clothes. Carl was voted Watchman of the Year primarily for his personal gamble and ensuing payoff. So we know their cousin Carl's cousin, Jim Roottrees. So Carl's cousin, and he had one daughter around the same age, which means now they would be older. Carl's cousin, Jim Roottrees, a notable singer who had a younger daughter around the same age as Renee. This one, my second cousin, will keep that one right there. So one of these, so it would be I think I understand why they're saying that now. Okay. Because this would be siblings. Not siblings, cousins. I think. Cousins, sometimes referred to as the first cousin. People share the same grandparents. But not the same parent. Not the great grandparent. That would be. That's their parent, grandparent. Share the same grandparent. Had a daughter. So would it be him, who's a singer, musician. His name was Jim? Jim, right? Your notes, doy. His cousin Jim Roottrees. We know this was a female. Unknown male. Unless... No. Parents? Unknown. So if these are notables, these are notable root trees. So hang on. Yeah. This would be their parent. Their parent. Same grandparent. So it has to be one of these. This one didn't have a child. This one did, and this one did. I say it's this one. Unknown male. Hang on, I'm just looking at my phone real quick. Okay. Anyways, so... let's look up Ernie Jr. Former Retreat president, Ernie Jr. was the former president of the Retreat Candy Company. He seemed directly perceive Carl Retreat. was one website even says Caro's mentor. He was apparently very successful as a president, but was not seen much as a public figure. He was rarely seen in public, and stepped down due to an illness in 1966. He has since passed away. So if he was president, who would be it? You've been in the line of work for a long time, so long, in fact, that you've developed a sixth sense for now. Your useful evidence can be numbered in the magnifying glass. How about 5 piece? When Richard. How do you spell it? Gwynn. Gwynn. You find some VHS information on a website about old films that are not available on VHS. The site is not well organized, and search is broken. But you can get individual pages from your search engine. Gwen Retreat. Okay. Gwen Retreat is somewhat of a well-known actress and who was active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tableaus, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Hang on. We'll be right back to that. She got divorced. 2 people here did get divorced. Oh, how nice. photo of a widely calculated photo of Gwen Root Tree. You've seen it multiple times on websites about old films. Gwen Root Tree is on the notable root tree list evidence and will be marked. And she will be marked on a tree with a star. So I think if we find these people, it'll be easier first. So she divorced. How many times, though? Maybe it's this. Maybe this is her. If not, that could be her. No. Can't be. So that's her. Gwen Root Tree. An actress. Actor. No. Ah, so I got a new incorrect. Our root tree's correct. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.